Hello everyone, this is Will from Apple One-to-One Training, and it's that time of year again where Apple is going to be giving us a brand new operating system. This year, especially in 2025, it's iOS 26 with a lot of changes coming up. But this video is not so much about iOS, it's really more about what to do to prepare for updating to one of these big operating systems. And that's what this is all about. And we're going to give you the top 5 things that I think you should look for when it comes to upgrading to iOS. Please give us a like and subscribe on all of our content, and we will absolutely try to answer. Leave us a comment in the description below. Leave a comment inside this YouTube video, and we'll definitely get back to you with any questions. Let's talk about the top 5 things. And obviously, the number one thing, if you're going to update your operating system, is compatibility. You need to know if your operating system is even supported on your current device. Looking at the list right now for iOS 26 specifically, this is the list on Apple's website to tell you what devices are compatible. So in this case, as long as you have an iPhone 11 or above, you are able to do this, as well as the iPhone SE second generation. So this is a perfect example, is that if you're trying to run the update on the actual device and you don't see it actually working, this is because you don't have the ability to add it on this device. So you are going to have to be skipped. For example, I have a device that is an iPhone. However, because it is a iPhone XS, it is not compatible with this. So therefore, I am unable to update to that version. The next one is backup. Now, is it absolutely necessary? No. Should you absolutely do it? Of course. On my iPhone right now, I'm going through my Apple account, and right now I have a storage plan set up for a backup, and it is actually going through and it backs up every day. So you can see right here in this iCloud backup, it's telling me the last time it backed up, and I could back it up right now just by pressing the button, but overnight it always does that. But that's not the only method. What if you don't want to pay for iCloud? Well, you can also do it on the computer. I am now inside of Finder and showing you my iPhone, and what you could do is use a backup now feature. Now, even though I am subscribed to iCloud, I can actually do this and back up manually. So inside of here, I'm going to go to backup now. It's going to give me an option if I would like to encrypt the backup or I don't want to encrypt the backup. So that's up to me. Encryption will give you more information to store in the backup, so it is recommended that you do that. However, if you forget the password, you are not going to be able to get into it, and Apple definitely will not be able to get you into it. So if you encrypt the backup, you give it a password. So I'm going to give it a quick password here, and of course I'll keep it in my keychain, that way I always have that. And then now it's going to start the process of backing up. Now on my phone I have to also put in the iPhone password to approve this, and now it is starting the backup process of my phone. This might take a while considering there's a lot of information in here. Also, I got a trust pop-up on my machine. You will get that. So there is a trust that you need to allow in order for it to back up. So make sure on your phone that you will see that and make sure you trust it. Now, it's not a bad idea to do this also, even if you already have the iCloud backup, because it's not wrong to have 2 backups. We're going to get to step number 3 now, which is your Apple account password. Now, if you're going to sign in security, typically what it does is it uses your Face ID. And then there's an option on the bottom to change your password. You can change it if you need to, but if you can't, it is very important that you actually test your password out. So you can go to iCloud.com and try to sign in or anything, because a lot of times when you are going to do these updates, an Apple ID is going to ask you to do their password for various different reasons. So it is strongly recommend that you know your Apple ID account password. Let's talk about storage. Now on my iPhone, I'm going to show you where storage is. So I'm going to go under General, iPhone Storage, and now it is showing me the room that I have available. A lot of these updates require some room, and if you don't have enough space, then what it's going to do is it's going to ask you to temporarily remove apps because the software needs to do it. So you need to do more space when updating wirelessly. Also, on your Finder, you could also run the updates as well there, and that also could help you out. It is recommended that you definitely have the room given to you on the device. So please check your iPhone storage out. And if you have to remove stuff, as you can see for recommendations, they are going to let you go through and decide what you don't want anymore. So looking through your own phone, make sure that you have the storage room available on your device, or else it's going to give you a lot of problems. Personally, I had an iPad with a 64 gig model. It was giving me a ton of problems trying to run the beta of iOS 26, and I really ran into a lot of problems. So obviously, in the future, it's good to get the higher storage, which Apple is definitely addressing. Let's talk about the final item on this list, and that is just knowing what you're upgrading to. Because a lot of times when you upgrade, you don't know what changes you're going to see in the operating system. Apple has given you a lot of information on their website that does educate you on what's going to be happening. But there are also great videos on YouTube here that'll give you a lot of great detail of changes that you can make, things that are great, and understanding what is going to happen when you do this. So in this case with iOS 26, you're going to understand more about screen calling. You're going to have more options with Apple Intelligence. You're going to have the new liquid glass that was introduced on here. And we're going to come out with videos to go over iOS 26 in more detail. But please understand that when you are upgrading to a new operating system, you need to know the differences that's going to change and what new features are going to be added that will help your experience out. If there's something I didn't address on this video, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you very much, everyone, and I love every single one of you.